Alright guys, welcome back. We are watching Arcane, Season 1, Episode 1. I have not seen this show before. I know it is, like, incredibly good from what I understand. I see people talk about it all the time. I know it's, like, very popular. It's one of those shows that seems like it has, like, a giant, crazy cult following to it, which, in my mind, is normally a sign that it's going to be pretty good. And I see people just talk about it all the time. Not that I know literally anything about it other than, like, it's about League of Legends. But, well, it's not, like, about League of Legends, I think. It's just the League of Legends characters are in it, which I also have never played League of Legends before. I had a bunch of friends that played it probably, like, a decade ago, and it didn't seem like the kind of game I would enjoy. So, and of course, League has, like, the worst, I don't know. People don't like League, that's for sure. But I don't know. The show's good, from what I understand. So we're watching it. This is gonna be weird. This is the first time I'm watching a show that's not in Japanese for the first time in a while. So I guess we'll see how that works. But we are watching Arcane, Season 1, Episode 1. You can line you and copy up with this if you want to, and we are starting in 3, 2, 1. That is loud. Netflix series. Was this produced by Netflix? Probably, right? I assume that's what Netflix series means. I'm gonna turn down my light. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Okay, kind of ominous. It's like a post-apocalyptic world almost. Great. That is still loud. I gotta turn it down more. Oh god. Okay, immediately this looks like amazing. The animation. Oh. Hmm. Oh god. Oh man. A child in a war zone just singing, covering her eyes as she walks. Rough. Rough. Oh my god. Just can't even imagine. What? Like, what is going on? God, that looked brutal. I hope you aren't gonna kill us. Hmm? Is that someone? Oh no. Yeah. Looks like her mother, doesn't it? Well, maybe. Same color hair, kinda. Huh. God, the tear streaks through, like, the dirt on her face. Oh. Hmm. Huh. Sees their reactions, drops his weapons. Hmm. See their father? Is that like the military? Or like what? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, certainly not a post-apocalyptic world. Looks pretty fine up there. Quite the dichotomy between up there and down here, huh? Riot Games and Forteach Production. Never heard of that. Man, I immediately love the way it looks. The animation style. It's very unique compared to like Japanese animation, right? The character design is very interesting already. Looks very unique. I wonder if that's what it looks like in League of Legends. I don't know. I don't know what League of Legends even looks like, to be honest. I didn't think this would be like the opening song. But sure. Ooh. Arcane. Arcane. Same girl, looks like? Same color hair.
We're almost there.
Seems like it's been a while, though, huh? Looks a lot older. Hmm.
Hey, Powder.
Powder.
Come take a look.
Gonna write down names when I have a chance.
Above it all, huh?
Very pretty. Man. Okay, there's the same building up there. Same place they were in before, right? Looks a little bit better now, but... Man. It's like a cyberpunk universe, I guess.
I'm gonna shoot one of them down. Are you sure about this? Look, if we get
Bye.
We're gonna get caught. We'll be in and out before anyone notices.
Are we thieves? What are we doing?
All right, everybody, follow me.
Oh god, that looks so good. Okay, are they capable of following you? Okay, they look confident, I guess. God, it looks so good. Like, just the little particles on the roof as he was, like, sliding down? I don't know. Oh, God. Wait, he just jump across?
walked there?
Got sight for this one.
Can she make it? God, that looks scary. I'm getting, like... It's like the shaking of the camera there. It looked like vertigo. The way it, like, tilted.
That's right. So,
Okay, I guess she's ready. Oh, God. That was scary. Cupcakes. Are these cupcakes? No. What are they? Something. Oh, God. Okay.
thanks.
Those cupcakes or whatever they are gotta mean something, I'm sure. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Interesting dynamic setup between them immediately, you know? I assume that's probably emblematic of their relationship as a whole.
Look around you.
Vander.
You think anyone topside's going hungry? Besides, this is exactly the
Topside.
when he
Sounds about right. What, the difference between down here and up there?
I'm going. Are you with me or not?
Vander's gonna kill us.
Yeah, only if we screw up.
What, Vander's their boss? Man, she is impressive. But I guess they're all following her, so I guess they all are.
All clear.
It feels like he just wants to look cool so badly all the time. Actually, who locks their balcony? Like, for real.
There's tons of enforcers down there.
Means we're in the right place.
Oh, there's the masked people
Working on it.
in that opening scene.
Because I'm the only one who knows how to pick locks. I suggest
Showed him. Yeah, they rejected the sanctity of lockpicking. Man, these backgrounds are so detailed. So much, like, stuff and all of it. Like, look at that blackboard. Oh my god.
You know, Clagger? For once you're right.
Clagger.
You're definitely not supposed to be here.
Okay, sure. Just take a, I guess. I guess we are thieves, huh? Sounds good to me, if there's serious economic disparity, I suppose.
Be an inventor.
You think? I guess. That's a pretty,
He's a real Valdiani.
Valdiani. Don't go pressing things.
Oh yeah? What about this?
What is that?
Things here, Kramer. Keep an eye out for anything that looks valuable, Powder. Before Milo fills the bag with junk.
Milo. We know them all now. That looks valuable. What, are they gonna take something more valuable than they realize?
It was a tip from Little Man.
Gonna cause some problems for him, huh?
Just leave it. Come on.
No? We're not gonna take that? Okay, sure.
Simple.
Real, true. Bunch of scrolls, books. Are those scrolls? They look like it. A ukulele? Just a guitar. Man, are they sure this place is empty? Yeah, what are those footsteps? You gotta eat those sitting out in the sun, I guess. Ooh. What do we got? Something glowy. Oh, looks like, is that... Okay. Looks like the crystal that was on that thing out there, but maybe not. Ooh. Those seem valuable to me. Hmm? Oh, no. Oh, God. What was the plan for this?
Powder, we gotta go.
Okay, I guess. Did we really just have, like, no plan at all? Okay, we're taking them. That worries me. Oh, God. What are they? Are they weapons? It's not gonna, like, explode, is it? Okay.
Fine, just get back on the roof.
Oh, nuclear bomb? What? Okay, good. Great. Oh, that looked like a cool... That was a very cool effect. Maybe you should drop those that you were holding in your pocket right now. Oh, God. That surely wasn't part of the plan. Man. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, God. I guess they're just immediately recognized as people who were not supposed to be here, huh? Let alone that they blew that up, I suppose. They're fast. They can get away, I'm sure. Where do we go, though? How do we get away? You know? So I said down here earlier, but I'm assuming this is actually the rich part of the society, right? Nice. Real good? Okay. Someone's not gonna make it, yeah. I can just tell. Oh, God, that looks like it hurts. Oh, Jesus. No, nice? Maybe? Yeah, they're so fluid. Okay, sure. Don't want to say anything, so they can't hear your plan, where you're going. Oh, God. I guess. Yeah, get down there, Milo. God, this is... Huh. We made it. Got our secret base down here, or is this how we escape?
Time's the
What the hell happened back there?
Well, we got a whole bunch of those things.
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Okay, hello?
With all the things you did.
Guys,
I tell them about the bombs that you have in your pocket.
horses' noses.
Filter over penthouse.
So, if you're done beating yourselves up, let's get this home.
Yeah, they got quite the haul, I imagine. Nice. Where do you sell it, though? I mean, there's like a black market, I assume, but... Hmm...
You could say that. I heard there was some action across the river.
Mm-hmm.
Someone really kicked the net. Huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I wonder if they are... Oh, no.
You're tracking this mess of yours.
Oh, God.
Your streets. What makes you think
We don't want any trouble, okay? Hear that, Deckard? They don't want any trouble.
Yeah, let's leave them alone then. They said that.
Trouble finds you. There's no reason this has to get ugly. How about you share a little taste of your treasure there, and we'll call it even. No.
Just a little taste? Hmm...
just a taste?
Yeah, just a taste. Oh god, Milo, come on. I don't know, they seem pretty awesome. I bet they got this. They're fine. Oh man. Makes me wonder if Powder has some lasting trauma from that, you know, stuff we saw in the opening. Maybe doesn't like violence, huh? The way she's reacting to this. Hmm. And the sad thing is all these people are in the same boat, right? This is a very extremely, like, economically, you know, unfair society. They're all just fighting each other. Yeah, she's caught up in the middle of it, huh? Not like they're each other's enemies. Oh, God. I was gonna say, he'd really beat up a little girl, but I guess. That's what it makes you do. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh. Man, the character design is so impressive, the way they're keeping track of all these wounds on everyone and stuff. Oh, God, Milo, come on, get up. Oh. Oh, God, that sound. Oh, sorry.
This day's turning out all right after all.
Oh, God. Oh, gonna... Wait, what?
Want to see how that ends?
You're the one in striking range, I guess, but I guess he's too scared still, I would assume. Man.
Where's Powder?
Where is Powder, actually? Oh, nice! Ah, you just gotta circle back around somehow. Oh god, you can climb. No? Okay, somehow he didn't hear which direction you ran. Oh god, climb, climb. You can climb over those boxes? You got the bombs, you have the bombs. I don't know if you should use them, though. Okay, no, you're not gonna use the bombs. Okay.
I need you.
Mauser. Sure. Is it, shrapnel grenade? No. Okay. It misfired, I guess? Oh, God. Oh, really? I guess. Can you go get it, though? Probably not. I don't know how you would ever get it. Is it valuable enough to be worth searching through the lake? I don't know. Oh, God.
Who saw that coming?
She still has the blue things in her pocket, at least.
Stuff's gone.
Oh, God, that sucks.
At least you're okay.
Yeah, at least you're okay. Obviously.
What about us?
Yeah.
Get my face bashed in and she just gets
That's the sad thing about the reality they live in, right? Is these stuff they had to steal is worth more than someone's life, you know?
every time.
It's not fair.
Every time she comes, something goes wrong.
Oh, shut up.
This is every job.
Just drop it, Milo.
Ooh. Man, this looks crazy. Wonder what their position in this society is, you know? I get the idea, you know, we know they have a boss, Vander, right? So the assumption is that they're, you know, they aren't even stealing stuff just for themselves, but that's the name of the episode. Man. This is crazy. Sell you a dream, huh? Is that what's being done here? Not interested? The last drop. Looks like a pretty hip and happening place, you know? You're spilling all your beer. Come on.
Well, I suppose that concludes our business then.
I suppose it does.
Nice.
Wait, wait a minute.
Not as much as you thought?
This isn't what we agreed on, so...
Well, demand for your wares has dropped since we made our arrangements.
Hmm.
This is the new value.
Wait.
That's how it works.
We shook on it.
Doesn't matter.
Such a
Too bad.
wonderful business.
10.
It's a fair price.
Yeah, what's he gonna do about it?
I think you should take it.
No. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Hmm. Oh god, she looks terrifying. Yeah, that much or nothing. Or the knife. Yeah.
Anything? Leave us. You sure about that? Sounded to me like...
piss off.
Is this the guy from the opening scene? I can't tell.
I think I know what you need.
I think it is.
Seem to listen,
A bit of advice.
I can't tell though. I don't know.
Threaten the guy who pours the drinks.
Oh, true. I guess that's what he's gonna do about it. And this is Vander.
Underground.
Okay.
I expected something younger.
Okay. Man, we are talking about some very interesting things already. With, like, social positions in the society they're in.
They were just negotiating.
It was negotiating. It literally was negotiating. Like, actually.
How about you just give Huck the rest of what you owe him?
They were just betting that they had a, you know, higher social position than him, essentially. But they, estimated wrong.
Do we have a deal?
Oh god. You just ruined your play there. Come on. They're supposed to make it look cool. You failed. They're back. Ugh. What is... Vander seems like a decent person, maybe, so hopefully he won't, you know...
Vander learns none of this.
No worries there.
Okay. Sure.
I tried, okay? You don't get it. You're older, you're bigger.
Yeah.
It isn't fair.
Stick with us. Take a punch or two.
Ugh, take a punch or two, huh? You think?
Everyone all right?
No reason. She still has those things in her pocket. They're really all children still?
That we can handle a real job.
A real job?
We got our own tip, planned a route, nobody even saw.
You blew up a building.
That
Did
wasn't.
you even stop to think about what could have happened to you?
They blew up a building.
To them?
I guess he's worried about them. Okay, so, okay, yeah, sure.
Where did you even get this tip?
We just heard it at Benzo's shop.
Benzo's shop.
Little man.
Little man.
If you want to be mad at me. But you're the one who always says we have to earn our place in this world.
Oh.
I told you
Hmm.
time again.
Interesting attitude to have when this is where your place in the world is now.
Why? They've got plenty while we're down here scraping together coins.
Uh-huh.
How did you get so comfortable living in someone else's shadow?
Everyone out.
Immediately, he has a very, interesting attitude about this.
Sit down.
I'm fine.
Sit down.
Like, what? Surely he's not gonna defend their position in society. It doesn't seem, seems pretty unequal to me. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm open
Look up to you.
to it, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but you don't know. When people look up to you, you don't get to be selfish.
Is she being selfish?
They run. You say swim, they dive in. You say light a fire, they show up.
Because she put them in danger, right?
Whatever happens, it's on you.
Sure.
Just like it's on me what happens to us down here. We make ourselves a problem for Piltover.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, so what, you just don't think it's worth it then, to try and fix things?
These are our streets. Someone should remind them of
You're
that.
not hearing me. That
I mean,
part
it's sympathetic, right?
it's not going to solve your problems.
You think? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I agree with you at all. Maybe. What's the answer then? It's just, you just have to live like this forever, right? I mean,
Some idiot was following us.
On our side? Who?
I don't know. He was after the stuff.
Where is it now?
even says on our side, right? Because they are on the same side.
We lost it.
It's
All of it? Good.
good.
Nothing can touch
Okay.
what happened up there.
He has the opposite attitude than I thought he would. And it's kind of going so far in the opposite direction that I don't know how to feel about it.
We're gonna be fine, right?
I'll take care of it.
He'll take care of it, huh? Kind of worries me. People with an attitude like him, in the situation that they're in, it worries me.
You did put that idiot on his
Because I worry he's going to go too far with his mentality here, and it is not going to serve him well, I guess. I just don't know. I guess I just don't know. I don't know, like, what's being said yet, in terms of, like, what the message is, I guess. I really can't tell. And I guess I don't know the full extent of their situation yet in society, you know? I got a glimpse of it.
right? I think you should know better than to come back from a job empty-handed.
Ooh.
I'm going to have a little word with your informant.
Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
Details of exactly what happened up there.
Howard, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Those things are, like, dangerous. Why, like... I guess she doesn't know, right? She didn't see that it fell, and that's what blew up, right? That's the problem. Is she doesn't know that those are what's caused the explosion. Oh, shut up. No, she didn't even make a mistake. She didn't even make a mistake. She was gonna die.
You know what, Milo? You're right. There's a bunch of things Powder just can't do.
And who cares? It doesn't matter.
Like complain about everything.
Okay, like...
Brag nonstop.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Pick fights with the group when we need to focus.
Fine.
And tell strangers
God, that's so stupid.
we got a nice call.
I didn't mean to.
Powder's my problem. Okay, your problem is never knowing when to shut up. But I'm gonna help you with that. Ready? You see this look on my face? This will always mean it's time to shut up.
How nice that Powder didn't hear any of this. That pisses me off. God, it looks so good. That shot was... I don't know. That shot just looks so good to me.
We're closed.
The lighting is like insane. The lighting is what makes it look so good, I guess.
You can take your worthless junk elsewhere.
It's Benzo.
Just as well. Owner's the shittiest businessman I know.
What, he's our connection to sell stuff?
What's going on with that thing?
Give me a few seconds.
Echo.
My opinion's still busted.
Finish it later. Vander and I need a word.
But
Off you go.
Just immediately throws the wrench on the ground. Oh, that's Little Man, huh?
Our guys are still rounding up this month's collections. Won't have numbers until next, who?
Big haul, huh?
I assume you've heard. Yeah, me and half the Undercity. How could they
I'm worried it's going to be a much bigger deal than they think. Like, I don't know. Those blue things that Powder stole, I'm worried it's like a very big deal.
Yeah, they're growing up, Vander. Looking to write their own stories. You can't
Mm-hmm.
live forever.
Can't really blame them.
Was following them. Whole lot of
I don't know. I don't know.
not enforcers. Someone on our side. Who? There's worse things than enforcers out there.
Mmm.
We both know that.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd be working today.
did you guys go?
Sure did. Hey,
Something to do with that opening scene, I assume.
Whoa! Did you fight the enforcers?
what? Oh no, just some boss.
Oh, did Vi kick their asses?
Yeah.
You hear otherwise.
Oh, she showed me a couple of moves to practice.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's coming along. So how'd you find that place anyway?
This weirdo came into the shop. Bought a whole
Hmm?
Benzo only keeps there for display.
Uh-huh.
Some gold and didn't even haggle. I charged him double price. Sucker.
I don't know where he lived.
Followed him.
Oh, okay. So it was that guy. That's concerning, actually. If he had some kind of connections down here already, and they would have just robbed him. That's, I don't know. Very smooth. Yeah, nice. It's a fancy glass.
Evening, friends.
What, they're so scared of being down here they gotta wear gas masks?
Something I can help you with?
Some trencher trash attacked one of the buildings.
Trencher trash, huh?
But you already knew that.
We're looking for the culprits.
Got a description?
Yeah. It's exactly who you're picturing in that thick head of yours.
Hmm.
You think my head is thick? Just past the
Shows it perfectly, right? How these random grunts can just trash talk him when he's the big dog down here. Because of, you know.
Go.
Like, I'm sure that guy up there is like a loser, right? But down here, man, he can say whatever he wants to anyone, huh? Oh. Did he listen in? I assume so, right? Oh, is he going to listen in now? Yeah. Okay, don't be loud.
lovely chap you brought.
What is that? Can you hear it? Yeah, come on.
Doesn't know when to pipe down.
Some things are the same topside and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know this crossed the line upstairs.
Was anyone hurt?
Cross the line.
Was blown to bits. What do you think?
What are the lines exactly?
Those who did this will be dealt with.
That workshop belonged to the Kermans.
Hitamans.
What kind of stuff they had in there makes this place look like a candy shop. The council needs someone to make an example.
Yeah.
To feel safe.
Yeah, topside people.
They let him get away with some stuff, but they can't cross the line, huh?
Give me a name. We'll do things quiet. No one will.
Can't give you a name. Cannot give you a name. Yeah.
You don't seem to grasp how serious this is. If I don't put someone behind bars tonight, the next time I come down here, I'll have an army of enforcers.
Oh, God. And he's gonna blame himself for this.
But I can't offer up my own people.
Haven't made a deal like this before then, I assume. Even if it wasn't, Vi and Powder and all of them, right?
Your mind, this will reach me. And only me.
Hmm. He's standing up for his people, I guess, but it feels like it airs close to like collaboration. Not really, right? Because he is protecting his people, right? Of course, but still. I guess it shows to me clearly that his method of doing things is I kind of like naive in a way. I guess he's afraid of people getting hurt, obviously, but still.
Whisker.
Oh, she makes them.
You want to talk about
Well, of course, right? But what's like a hobby?
I ruined everything. I always do.
Nobody said that.
Ah,
No, just that you were twice the person at half my age. You heard them. I'm not a fighter.
you don't have to be a fighter. Yeah.
Look,
She feels like she should be, though.
and you've got those.
They never work.
Doesn't think that's
They
enough.
will. Come with me.
Oh, that's just the sad thing.
Come on.
Is like after experiencing violence at a young age and dealing with the trauma from that, right? Now she feels pressured to join in, you know? If she doesn't, she's not doing enough. God, it looks so beautiful.
What are we doing here?
See that gutter running along the canal? That's where Clagger got his foot stuck running from him. They thought it was funny, so they left him there.
Mm-hmm.
He was out all night before we found him.
He's messed up too. Everyone's messed up.
You see it?
Huh?
Milo tripped over his own paint bucket and nearly trying to draw a giant middle finger.
Awesome.
Glass made that splotch. And that,
What about you? When do you mess up?
when I was a kid, some guy took my favorite toy and threw it up there.
Never been able to get it back?
Stare at it, hoping maybe the wind or a bird might knock it down. We've all had bad days, but we learn. And we stick together.
And she literally didn't do anything wrong. So,
In my pocket.
oh god.
From the apartment.
What are they?
I don't know.
Yeah, because she doesn't know that they're what blew up.
No.
No? Okay. I'm just really worried about
Our little secret.
keeping blue magic nukes in our
You're strong.
room, but I don't know.
And one day, this city's gonna respect us.
I hope so. I hope so. God, it looks beautiful. Ooh. Oh, God. Was he sent by... Oh, he has his own bosses he gotta go back to, huh? Oh, God. Is that what he was gonna say when he's holding the knife? Ah.
You were supposed to follow them and not interfere.
Oh, no. Never mind. He really messed up.
They just caught us by surprise.
Now is a asking questions about you.
Oh, God. What are we
Who's gonna lead?
gonna do? His accomplice? Oh, God.
It was their fault. The explosion in the upper city.
That was them.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the topsiders are up in arms looking for him.
Vander's in trouble. Smartest thing you ever said, boy. Get him a meal.
Okay, yeah, selling them out for himself, of course. Ah. God, what an eye, huh? What a scar.
He's moved up.
It's almost ready.
Show me.
Feeding time.
Eating time. Feel bad for this cat if they're doing weird shit with it.
Stabilizing.
What is gonna happen? Oh no. Is it feeding time for the mouse? Or is the mouse gonna transform into some crazy shit? Oh god. Okay, that's not good. Okay, I do indeed feel bad for the cat.
You have a subject in mind.
What are we doing?
Someone just volunteered.
Oh god. Okay, maybe he didn't make his situation better by saying all that then. Oh no. Oh god. Okay. How long are these credits? Only like a minute. We'll just sit here for him. That was a really good first episode. Oh my god. Okay, that was really good. I don't know if I was completely following with that conversation at the end there. What accomplice was he talking about exactly? Who is he? I am just not sure. I'm just not sure. Unless he was talking about Vander and well, no, but who would he be saying is his accomplice? I don't think that's. I mean, I'm gonna reread that scene to like try and like get locked in on it. I guess. Hmm. Yeah, that was so good though. That definitely lived up to the hype. I am I am excited now. Man, that was so good. I'm glad we have very clear themes so far, right? Like that we're setting up with here. So I'm just curious where we're gonna go with it, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if my thoughts about Vander are gonna be controversial. They might be. Because I feel bad for him if he just wants to protect people, but I don't know if his way of doing things is going to do anything about their situation. Unless it's really specifically just his family, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm calling them his family. I don't know if they're actually related to him. They call him Vander. They don't call him Dad or anything. So, kind of a. Okay. Well, that was good. We will talk about it in the discussion. All right, let's talk about the episode. So, I mean, this was really good. Yeah, I guess immediately episode 1, my first impressions are it really lives up to the hype. Which I don't know. I don't know what my expectations were. It's just this was really really good. I guess that's really all I can say. I guess I assumed it would be good because it has such a cult following and it seems like people really love it. And yeah, it was really really good. Um, I see memes. People talk about how the people who play League of Legends after watching this will be really disappointed, and I guess I get that now because I don't know how any video game could live up to this. Like this is man, this was really really good immediately in the first episode. So I'm enjoying all the character designs are really, really good. I really like just the art style and animation in general is really unique and it looks really I don't even know what a word for it would be, but it just looks really good. And I noticed halfway through the episode, I guess, that it's the lighting that makes it look so special and so cool. In Benzo's shop, I think you could especially see it. I don't know, just something about the lighting and a bunch of these shots. It just looks so good. God, I don't know. It almost looks like God. I don't like to make this comparison. It almost looks like Borderlands in some ways, but it's it makes you think it's almost it looks like a comic book almost on some of these still frames. But no, it's animated. It's real. God, it looks so good. It looks so good. So let's just go through the episode, right? What is happening in this opening scene? I mean, horrible murder and death is happening, and our Powder and Vi are right in the middle of it. It sounded like they called her Vi, right? Not V, it's Vi. I think it's Vi. So I'm gonna call her that, even though that sounds kind of weird. And I'm guessing they're sisters, right? They were together from this young of an age, right? So And I mean, and immediately, like, the way we're setting this up right off the bat is with Powder as, like, the very much, maybe not the innocent victim, but kind of the innocent victim, right? Like, she is just thrust into the middle of this horrible situation as a child, singing and covering her eyes as she walks through what is essentially a war zone. Maybe it's even worse than a war zone. Maybe this is just a massacre site, right? Like, just immediately, just the imagery of that is so striking. You know what I mean? Like, that is just horrible. Just thinking about the lasting impact this must have had on her, you know? I think we've seen some of that in this episode, right? Like, her position towards violence, certainly, I imagine it comes from this experience that she had growing up, you know what I mean? Like, and I assume, I mean, there were probably other bad things that happened to her in this society, you know? But this especially, I mean, like, oh, God, for covering her eyes and singing, just doesn't even want to see it, you know? And, like, the juxtaposition between that and, like, later on in the fight scene, when she's just, like, staring open-eyed at them all fighting, you know? God. So, I don't know what on earth is going on here. There's just a bunch of, like, masked people killing people. This is Vander, right? That's their dead mother, I assume, right? Kind of got the hair color. Oh, God. Some kind of fight of some kind. They don't look... I'm gonna get a look at, like, their helmets and stuff again. They don't look like the Enforcer people, really. I mean, maybe they are. And this is Vander, right? Who... Yeah, looks like Vander to me. And I guess I don't know if he's their father or not. I kind of don't think he is. Maybe he is, though. I don't know. Their relationship is unclear, I suppose. He drops his weapons. Like, how, man, how striking is that in a way, you know? Even though, like, of course, he is the one who was, I assume, fighting off the people who are the aggressors in this case. Still, when he sees a crying, destroyed child, right, he looks down at his hands, holding these weapons, and drops them, you know? I guess kind of, that's kind of, like, emblematic for his whole thing in general, right? Like, his whole position on, like, what seems like violence in general, of it being like he doesn't like it because of where it puts his people he cares about at risk. You know what I mean? Like, maybe saying violence in general is, like, too broad of a brush to, like, say, right? But especially, it seems like he doesn't think it's worth it to fight back against this horrible inequality in society if it is going to put the people he cares about at risk, right? And him looking at his weapons here and dropping them, like, yeah, that makes sense to me, right? And again, maybe that's too harsh to describe his position as, right? I guess I don't know exactly. I guess I'll read what he says again as we go through the episode here to really, like, try and lock in on it, I guess. It just, to me, I guess my immediate position in a society like this, from what we've seen of it so far, that seems incredibly unequal and unfair in every way, I would say that you aren't going to get anywhere working, like, within the system, right? Like, it's clear from that later conversation that he has with the Enforcer lady that she is just, like, letting him do stuff because it's, like, convenient, right? He hasn't claimed any real kind of power, and he seems like the most powerful person down there for the most part, you know? So, they're just letting him exist because they're just letting him exist, right? Because they want to, I guess, you know? He hasn't bothered them enough. So, working inside the system with a system that has led to this level of inequality and horrible murder and destruction like this, of course, we don't know the actual circumstances here, but, you know, it's just not going to work, right? So, not that I'm saying that, like, Vi and all of them going off and stealing some random dude's stuff is actually going to do anything, but I hope you understand what I mean, right? Like, if his position is basically keep your head down and deal with it, that's not right in my mind. You know what I mean? But I guess I can understand him, right? This dropping his weapons. This scene is pretty, like, it's emotionally, like, resonating with me. So, like, I can really understand it. You know, I guess it's kind of like an argument about like, I don't know, people are gonna have to die if you take the position of trying to directly fight against the system, you know? So if that's not worth it for you, you can't really fault someone for that, you know? Especially if it's the people you care about, you know? Okay, so here we get a shot of the masked people here in a second. Oh, come on, go. My MTV net like lags sometimes. I don't know why. It's normally with like shows that have like a long runtime like this. Yeah, definitely not the Enforcer people, right? I mean, it doesn't look like it. I guess they have the masks, they have helmets on. But it looks like, I mean, it's the lighting's like weird, but it looks like they have like black armor on, right? Like it doesn't look like they're the same as the Enforcer people. I mean, I guess who knows, right? This could be the private army of the people up there or something, you know. I guess there's no way to know if they're connected to the same group that controls the Enforcers or not, you know. Almost looks like a skull on their shoulder padding there. Oh man, and I like this shot, how like there's all the destruction down here and then up there, still in the sunlight. Like it's still untouched, still peaceful up there, you know? Or you could almost take this as it's like people up there like looking down on the destruction. You know what I mean? Like looking down on it in sense of like, you know, looking down on someone, right? Because they certainly do that societally, right? And how long was this episode? 41 minutes, somewhere in there? Yeah. And we get a time skip. Who knows how long? Apparently they're all still children. It's kind of, their ages are kind of ambiguous. I literally can't tell how old they are, but they're all still children. So I don't know how old. But we got Vi, we got Powder, we got Milo, we got Clugger. Man. And they steal stuff, which I can't really blame them for. That seems about right to me. The world that we're in is like some kind of crazy cyberpunk shit. I don't know, it seems pretty cool to me. I don't know. The technology is unclear so far. Seems like it's kind of like futuristic cyberpunk, I guess. You know, they certainly have some things that we don't and don't exist in our world. But they're also using like these weird, like, balloon airship things, you know? So, seems like cyberpunk to me, right? God, and even just immediately these even these lines, right? One day I'm going to ride in those things. That's one position you can have in a society like this. And his position is, oh, one day I'm going to shoot one of them down. You know what I mean? Not that I'm really saying that, like, speaks to either of their actual positions about society, but it is interesting because that's, like, the two ways that people in a society like this can view it, right? Like, either you're going to rise up in the society. I guess there's three ways, right? Either you're going to rise up in the society and be one of the people riding one of those airships, right? You can destroy the system and shoot down the airships, or you can just accept it that you're just a loser who's going to be, you know, in the underground forever. And that's typically how it is, unfortunately. Because it's an unfair system, so, like, good luck. I like this scene. We got these weird, like, cupcake cookie things here. We get like a shot that focuses on them for a second, so I'm 100% sure there's some kind of symbolic meaning to them, or some, I don't know, foreshadowing. Could literally be anything, but they're so prominent in a shot in a second when Powder's jumping across that I know they mean something. I just really couldn't tell you what. And I guess this gives us an interesting look of their relationship, I suppose. I think, in a way, it shows us that Powder is... Okay, this is gonna sound mean for a second. Maybe not mean, but, like, I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying. I think, in a way, this scene shows, like, how Powder likely feels, like, forced into the position she's in by society, right? Obviously, like, who doesn't, right? All of them do. But, like, I hope she feels forced to go along with these kinds of things that, like, Vi and all of them are doing, right? And I don't mean that in the sense of, like, she'd rather not do them. Because she does jump across the gap here, right? Like, jumping across the gap is kind of, like, symbolic for that in my mind, right? She does jump across the gap. I guess it just shows that in some way she's, like, she has, like, this hesitancy to it that I think is, like, interesting. I don't know. I guess I don't know what it is saying exactly, right? But her being the kind of person who would rather stand back and not get in a horrible fight and was kind of staring at it in horror, right? That, to me, feels related to, like, her hesitancy to jump across the gap here and be alongside Vi and the others as well. You know what I mean? Like, obviously that kind of, like, contradicts with, like, what seems to be her desires as a character as well, which is to, like, not let them down. Like, it seems like she wants to participate in everything they're doing with them and not let them down, you know? But at the same time, I just think it's clear that there are societal things, like, pressuring her to act like this. Maybe against her wishes, or against her, like, nature, if you want to say that. That sounds kind of weird to say, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Hmm. And off we go to steal some stuff, which I can't really, can't really like blame him for. Again, like I don't know, seems good to me if the position they're in is so bad, and all the people up here have all this insane stuff. Like, is that guy really gonna miss all those things in his apartment? Probably not. It's okay. What do they say here? The same kind of job Vander would have pulled when he was your age, huh? That's actually a very interesting line, isn't it? I guess that really makes me wonder if Vander really did change a lot as a person in that moment, like when he dropped his weapons in that opening scene. I don't know, hard to say exactly. I guess he was a lot older than them by that point, but you know what I mean, right? I guess it kind of implies that, like, oh, with age, you'll grow out of the way that Vi and all of them are acting, right? Because he's so much older than them. It's like he's older and wiser. I guess I'm kind of doubting that that's what the show is, like, going for, exactly. But in a way, that could be the implication, right? That their behavior here is somehow, like, childish and, like, lacking foresight. I guess I just don't really agree. Like, in the sense of, yeah, I guess Vi is putting everyone in danger, and I guess this is kind of like risky, right? Obviously. But obviously, if you don't do anything and you accept the rules of the system, you're upholding the system. You know what I mean? And the system is unjust. So, I don't know. It's interesting to think about, I guess. This is the first episode, so I'm sure we'll get a lot more into it, right? Oh, so don't screw up. Oh, that's actually so sad that she said, so don't screw up. Vander's gonna kill us, right? Vander's gonna kill us. She says, don't screw up. And then who screws up in her mind, right? Powder does. God, that's so sad. Because it's like she's just thinking about what her sister said right before that. Man, there's an interesting shot in the mirror. Can I get back to that? It's like she has the other color. It's like she has blue hair in the mirror shot. Yeah, literally who locks their balcony? Like, actually, if I had a balcony, I wouldn't be locking it. That's for sure. Like, I don't know. Not me. Man, I gotta remember to take more notes for the show. I'm gonna forget things, like, for sure. So I really gotta, like, lock in on that. Apparently Milo's a lock picker, which is, something, I guess. Wait, was there a line there that I wanted to say something about? No, I don't think so. No, I guess not. Okay. This seems like the kind of show where every single line has, like, meaning to it. Like, I mean, obviously lines always have meaning to them, but you know what I mean. So I really don't want to miss things that I could really, like, dive into. And we are in. This place looks crazy. I guess, is this even someone's house, or is this just like a lab? You know? I don't know. But apparently, the guy who owns this place had some kind of business down at Benzo's shop, right? He was buying stuff. It seemed like he was, like, out of place because he didn't know he should haggle. He got charged double, which obviously, for one, speaks like his wealth. But it also, like, he's up to stuff, right? He's up to something. You know what I mean? Like, down there. So, I don't know. I guess I don't know yet what that could possibly mean, but I guess it means to me that in some way the person who owns this place is connected to people we know, and that is gonna mean something, right? Oh, come on. Why is my thing lagging? I don't know why it does this. If I, like, unfull screen it and refull screen it, that fixes it sometimes. Yeah, seems like that made it better, maybe. And we are here stealing a bunch of crazy looking stuff. I don't know what any of this is. Weird cyberpunk inventions, I guess. Apparently that's a Valdiani. Who knows what that is? Some kind of jewelry or something, I guess. Oh, it looks like a solar map of the solar system almost. I don't know. Yeah, something like that, maybe. With, like, moons around a planet, maybe? I don't know. And Powder goes off. So that looks like one of the blue things as well, right? Like it did the weird electric shock thing. So I don't know if this is like some weird device that like charges them or something, or like makes them. And I guess Powder went off and found the stash. So I don't know. I'm really worried. My fear about this is, if there's like a classic thing in a situation like this where our characters have like stolen stuff that they don't understand the true meaning of and is going to create much more trouble for them than they realize, right? She stole these weird blue things, doesn't even know what they do because she didn't see that it's what blew everything up, right? So they're like weapons of mass destruction or something. And I don't know. I'm really worried about that. It's interesting that there's so many missing, that it looks like they were like a bunch here and then they've been taken out. Yeah, I guess I'm just worried that these things are going to cause much more of an issue for them than they understand. But I don't know. In fact, I would say like 100% that's what's going to happen. Especially because we didn't tell Vander about them. I don't know if Vander would have any idea what they are, but it worries me. And like, what was our plan? Like, someone shows up, someone shows up when they're in here. Did they have no plan? They had no idea? Like, how did they know that it was empty when they came here? If they, I just don't know. They didn't think out this plan very well, I guess. I don't know. And Powder drops the thing, and it explodes. Looks very cool when it blows up. But, not good news that they blew this up, evidently. Yeah, they crossed the line, apparently. We get a big chase scene. All the enforcers chasing them. Very good animation. It looks very nice. Just, I don't know. Is it, I assume this is all, like CGI, right? Like 3D models, but it just looks so good. It's like it feels wrong saying that, But it's definitely not 2D animation. But I don't know. I guess it's just really good 3D CGI. And Powder denies it, because I guess she does deny it, because she doesn't know. I guess she really doesn't know that dropping that thing blew everything up. Come on, it's lagging. Go. There we go. We run past our guy. So he was just supposed to follow them. But instead he directly confronts them for seemingly no reason. Like, is he just stupid? Like, why did he do this? When the consequences are this vain, why did he do this? I really don't know. Oh, God. And, like, the sad thing about all of this, even despite the fact that they were, like, tasked with this in some weird way and were supposed to fight, or with, like, I don't know. Well, no, they weren't supposed to fight them. Obviously, that was not me saying anything I actually think. That was wrong. So, was it just the blonde guy over here who was supposed to follow them, and that these people are unrelated? Over there, who are just like his buddies that don't know anything about the situation? Because it is just him who gets tied up at the end, right? And is in the chair, and they're gonna kill him or whatever. So, I don't know. Either way, I think what I said during the episode still applies, which is, it's sad that they end up fighting each other. Just in the sense of, like, they really are on the same side in the end, right? Like, the enemies are the people upholding the system, and the people who benefit from the system at, like, the very top of it, right? Like, obviously, I assume most ordinary citizens up their area are not, like, terrible people who are, like, actively doing anything to uphold the unfair system they're in, right? It's the people in power, you know what I mean? But certainly these people, our group and their group, aren't each other's enemies, right? Like, it's just incredibly sad that they steal some table scraps from people up there, and that they end up all fighting each other. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really, and I think that's, like, the clear, like, meaning of the scene, right? So, God, it's just depressing. got a long ways to go if we're gonna somehow change the system, I guess. And yeah, and it's like now we have Powder staring at it with open eyes instead of covering her eyes like in the opening scene, not fighting. I just can't imagine. I feel like it just has to be some kind of lasting trauma from what happened as a child. God. And I imagine on some level she probably like, blames herself for it, right? Like, she brings up the very good points that she is a child and she's tiny and they're gonna kill her. But I imagine she still blames herself on some level and thinks that she should be doing more and should be fighting, right? But it's just awful that she's been forced into this situation, you know, that any of them are, really, but just her especially, because she's so young and so, you know. But yeah, her right in the middle of it, right? Like, yeah. Man, rough. Rough, rough, rough. She runs off with the bag of the goods. Vi finishes up beating them up. Which I guess she's just awesome. I don't know. The fighting looked very good. It was good for, especially for, again, like 3D animation. I don't know. It's really good. You can tell that they use like good 2D animation like principles as they animate it, right? Like, yeah, that's why it looks so good, right? I really wonder what he was gonna say here when he pulled out the knife. I was gonna like say something, right? I don't know. I mean, because like he must know at this point that he's screwed, right? So I guess I still don't understand why he even started this if he knew what the consequences were, right? Unless it was just the greed. He really wanted the stuff they stole. Can you even call it greed though in the situation they're in? Like maybe not, right? You know what I mean? Like it's survival, really. And I guess Vi's attitude, it's kind of sad in a way, right? Because it's clearly like she's become so like rough and so like acts the way she does because of the position she's been in her whole life, you know? It's like she's really like she's lost her innocence very much, right? Powder still has a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Like she isn't so like far gone yet that she's, you know, become like a essentially a war-hardened, battle-hardened person like Vi has, you know? So, it's just sad. It's just sad, her behavior, you know? Even though, like, obviously Vi's like a badass, it's pretty cool that she's so tough. At the same time, it's clear that it's a reaction to the situation that she's in, you know? That no one should feel the need to have to act like that all the time, you know? And I kind of doubt we're ever going to see this bag of stuff again that she threw down there, because I feel like the important things are the little blue things. She throws her little mouse contraption out there, and it doesn't work, unfortunately. But it's supposed to be a shrapnel grenade? I mean, I guess she put a bunch of nails in it, right? But it doesn't work. So she throws all the loot into the lake. I don't know, I guess there could be some important shit in there. But I kind of doubt it. We didn't really focus on what was thrown in there, so. Hmm. God, Milo needs to fucking lay off. Like, god damn, dude. Get a grip. Ah. And to me, part of the obvious, like, something you should really think about from this scene is how it isn't that their effort in the first place to do what they do was worthless and wouldn't have achieved anything, right? It's the infighting between people who are on the same side as them that resulted in their efforts being meaningless. You know what I mean? Like, again, if we're looking at this in like a broader sense, it really is like if there's still infighting between people with the social position that they have is what the people like up there want, you know what I mean? Because it results in what happens here, right? Their actions that they do end up having no outcome and doesn't do anything for them because of the infighting between them, right? So, oh god. And down we go, into the underground. I guess I don't actually know what the area down here is called exactly. I wonder how old Milo and all of them are. That would maybe change my opinion of his behavior. Like, he's like 15 or something, then I guess I understand a little bit more him being a complete asshole, but like, he's still an asshole. I just saying, like, he's a stupid kid. Man, this place is insane, though. Like, look at this. How does this even work? How, like, if you're way down here, how do you get way up there? Like, how long is that going to take? I guess there's elevators, right? They're in one right now, but still. Oh, and these are the people we see later at the bar place, right? Aren't they? Hmm. Man, some crazy shit down here. It looks so cool. Goblin, yeah. That's really good. I assume that's a goblin, if I had to guess. And we head to the last drop, where we meet Vander and we meet this dude who's doing a deal with some other unnamed characters. Which yet again kind of shows, I guess, like the reality of this world, I guess, in a way, like just I don't know. It just kind of shows, obviously, how, like, your social position is tied to the amount of power you're able to, like, exert as an individual. You know what I mean? Like, they're able to rip him off like this, or they would have been able to, because there's nothing he can do about it. You know what I mean? It kind of shows, like, the inherent unfairness of a system like this, right? Like, it doesn't matter that they had a deal. It doesn't matter that there was, that they were supposed to pay him this much, because they can just say, no, we're going to pay you this much instead. And what's he going to do about it? You know what I mean? I sue them. I don't, that's, like, you know what I mean? There's no, and even then, it's not like, if this is, like, America, it's not like you can sue someone for free anyway, right? That's still tied to, the amount of, like, money you have, and therefore, like, the amount of social power you have, right? And, like, I guess I'm assuming these people, these two, are just like him. They're kind of, uh, not very high up in society really themselves. They're just. And I literally, as I was watching this scene, I literally didn't even see her in the corner over there. Wait, like, it's so dark, and I just, like, I literally just didn't see her in the corner. And yeah, it's like, choose between the knife or the money. Great, great. But Vander shows up to save the day. Kinda. Kinda. I don't know. I feel like I could say some things about how this scene is interesting considering his like position on things, right? Like, what he's doing here is he is protecting someone from harm, and he's helping him out with his deal here, I guess. And I guess that's good, but I feel like vaguely, well, I don't know. Like, how is this different from his position on, like, changing the system with, like, what's going on with society as a whole, I don't know, it's interesting because, like, in this position is his social position of being the big dog down here, so he has a bunch of sway with people, like, works, right? Um, but with the enforcers and their crew, it means nothing, right? Like, he doesn't have any power up there. There's nothing he can do to, like, sway their decisions or anything about them. So I guess that's the interesting, like, thing between this scene and those later scenes. In terms of his actual decisions here, like protecting this guy, like, that's a good thing to do, obviously. I guess I just have to think about it, about how I think about that in relation to, like, him not wanting Vi and everyone to go do stuff, right? And I'm really being like, maybe it's unfair. It probably is unfair to, like, paint it with such a broad brush and say that, like, because he doesn't want Vi and everyone to die, that means he's against the idea of societal change, right? But I don't know. That really is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Well, we're almost there. We're gonna reread his lines about what he says exactly, so I can really, like, be locked in on it. But and she tries to, like, be awesome by smoking his thing, but she can't do it. Kind of backfired. Welcome to the lanes. Is that what it's called? The lanes? It's interesting she doesn't want Vander to learn anything about it. I assume more so than losing the stuff, she's talking about the explosion at the apartment. But I guess there was no way he wasn't going to learn about that. So, you know. It really isn't fair, is it? It really isn't fair. I agree, Powder. Take a punch or two. Like, just how sad is that? You know what I mean? Like, how they are so mad at her for doing what she had to do to not, like, die, right? Like, it just shows that this kind of situation they're in really ends up valuing basically money more than the well-being of people around you, right? God, it's just so sad. Okay, I really want to get to the scene with Vander and Vi. I really wonder what their relation is. He cares about them so much, obviously. I was thinking he wasn't going to be like this in the first like half of the episode, so I don't know. I guess I'm impressed with him, right? He certainly has a good heart, I guess, right? Like that much can be said, you know. Man, I wish my arrow key would not lag so much. The north side, that's what it's called, huh? So I missed a bunch of this terminology. I just didn't remember it exactly. I guess I should probably write down some of these terms just so I remember them. Okay. They've got plenty. We're down here scraping together coins, right? And she says, when did you get so comfortable living in someone else's shadow? And I guess the implication of what he's thinking is he doesn't want all of them to die and get hurt, right? So I guess we really barely get a glimpse into like what he's thinking. I've really just extrapolated a lot based off of his position towards what they did, you know? And I guess it's hard because I guess I understand that what V was doing, or Vi, sorry. It's Vi, right? It's not V. What Vi was doing isn't exactly like, very, it wasn't conducive to like societal change of any kind. So equating it with that is maybe unfair. I guess. Let me read all these again. Yeah, they look up to you. And obviously he's talking about himself too, right? Like, he's talking about himself in this scene, about how people look up to him as well, right? Like, he's the big dog down here, you know? So I guess that explains his behavior in a way where he doesn't want to be super risky about things and take any kinds of risks like Vi is, because he's worried about the people who will follow him. Even more so than just, like, Vi and everyone like that. You know what I mean? Which, again, like, I guess I understand, right? Like, I'm just really gonna need more to, like, decide, right? Like, for him, yeah, whatever happens is on you. He wants to avoid that from happening, and he wants to avoid, like, being the one who, in his mind, would be at fault for that kind of thing happening, right? So I guess it makes sense that his position would turn into something like this, right? I don't know. I can't decide what to think. He's very sympathetic. Like, I get it, right? Yeah, we make ourselves a problem. We make ourselves a problem for Piltover. They will send the enforcers, right? But I guess that line just makes me think, like, unless what he means is we're just going to accept the situation that we're in and not doing anything about it, right? Because you aren't going to be able to do anything about the horrible society that you live in and the position that you have in it without becoming a problem for the people who benefit from it, right? Like, definitionally, they're going to make it so any actions you take that will change the system are going to be a problem, right? So, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we're getting into, like, weird, like, you know, anarchist theory or something here. But yeah, why answer to them? Because, I mean, why answer to them? Why is because they have the power, right? Like, because they can come kill everyone, you know? So that's why. It's a sympathetic position that he has. I completely understand, you know? Like, in reality, it's like, really, what do you do, right? But he literally holds up one of her wounds and says it's not going to solve your problems. And I just disagree with him. I just think that's wrong. I just don't, like, I can understand in that opening scene him dropping his weapons, seeing a child crying over their dead mother, right? I can understand that, you know? And I understand that accepting that people are going to die to change a system like this is like a really horrible thing to have to even think about, you know? I'm talking a big talk here. It's not like I don't know, I don't think I would be a revolutionary in their universe, you know? But I guess I just disagree. I think the only solution is violence. Like, I guess I just don't know, you know? I have no idea how else, you know, if you're in a society where there's a group of people who are seemingly like a permanent underclass, you aren't gonna change the system by just working within the system. It's just not gonna work like that. It's not gonna happen. So I feel like just on a fundamental level, on like a theoretical level, I disagree with him. He's an incredibly sympathetic character. I completely understand his position, and I don't know if I would disagree with him. I don't know if I would have a different position than him if I had like his same experiences, right? That's what I'm trying to say, right? So I don't know. I guess I can understand why he would think like this. But I guess I just don't. And he's painted so sympathetically, and he's painted as like the wise character in this position, but not entirely, right? Like, I guess I don't think the intention of the story writer here is to like completely agree with him and be like, oh yeah, he's right, you know. So there has to be some, you know, it has to be open for like my criticisms of his beliefs here, right? Hmm. Yeah, they tell him about all the lost stuff, which he seems to just not care about, or he seems to like, you know, he says good, so. But then he kind of does have a different reaction to what to when he's talking to Milo and them, you know. So I don't know. It's interesting, I guess. They were listening in the whole time. Hmm. God, why is it so laggy again? It's so annoying. I really wonder how old they are. I know I've said that like 50 times, so I should probably stop saying it, but I don't know. I'm curious. And they give him the details. And we got Powder finding some new things for her weird little mouse bombs. God, I hate this, that she hears half of this conversation, so she gets, like, really mad. So stupid. I hate things like this in shows. Like, shut up. And, like, again, this just goes along with what I was saying earlier about, like, you know, she just feels this pressure to act in this way and to, like, live up to these things. Even though, really, it's just, like, I just don't know. I just don't know if she should feel that at all. You know what I mean? And I guess that's kind of a weird thing to say when I've been so against like Vander's position on things, right? So I guess it's kind of like hypocritical to say that, you know, because it's like if I'm saying that Powder should be the one who has to do it, but I'm arguing against Vander saying that they shouldn't do these things, and like who's the one who's gonna do things like this, right? So I don't know. It's I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I just know that I am very sympathetic towards Powder, so. Because I guess that's like the point, right? Is that we are seeing the impacts that this violence is having on these people. Well, I feel like the understanding you're meant to have is that violence is kind of the only way in their current position, right? At least for me, it is. I guess I just don't. To me, it would be really silly if the solution in some way to any of their problems is to work in the bureaucratic system that led them to the positions they're in now, right? Like, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. And yeah, Vi's really, you know, she owns him. Thank God. We had the benzos. It looks so cool. Like, I don't know. It looks so awesome. The shop. We meet Little Man, Echo. Who's apparently the one who told them about, about the penthouse apartment place. Which is interesting. It almost, like, I don't know. I guess he followed him there. Yeah, that's what he said. And yeah, word spreads fast, evidently. Word spreads fast. Everyone knows about the big explosion. Looking to write their own stories, you can't protect them forever. Is that really it? Maybe. I don't know. Is it right looking to write their own stories? I guess. I don't know. Maybe. I guess. And so I guess Vander looking into the idea of someone following them is interesting. It kind of like it implies that in some way we're going to be getting closer to that weird shit we saw at the end of the episode with people experimenting on the mouse with the purple stuff, right? Makes me think that, like, I don't know, does Vander know anything about those guys? Does he, This is actually very interesting. Like, there's something worse than enforcers out there, and then he balls up his fist, right? It reminds you of, like, the opening scene, right? When he had the weird iron knuckle things on, So yeah, he must really be thinking of that opening scene, right? Surely. Little Man shows off his awesome battle moves. I guess it's interesting because I guess the assumption here is with his like much more carefree attitude about these things. I wonder if he has experienced the same kind of violence in his life that like Powder ever has, Because it seems like they're probably around a similar age, So it's interesting that he's so like, excited for all this battling and fighting and, he wants to, get awesome and all this, right? But very different attitude about it because assumedly he hasn't experienced it that much in his own life, right? The enforcers are here, and we get this. I really like this scene, just because it shows it so well. When this stupid punk is just talking down to Vander the whole time, because it just shows just how drastically different their societal positions are, right? How this stupid little loser kid can just say whatever he wants to Vander and just act like an asshole this whole time. Even though Vander is the strongest person down here, essentially, right? Maybe I'm overstating how powerful Vander is in terms of this area, but you know what I mean, right? They're all well aware of him. They're well aware of him. And I guess, like, to me, the fact that they're so aware of Vander and who he is and, like, what he does, it kind of shows that his behavior, I said this during the episode, but, like, I really want to make sure we understand what I mean here. His behavior has essentially kind of led to just, like, collaborationalism. Collaborationalism? Is that, like, no, collaboration with the oppressors, right? Like, the fact that they're letting him live kind of shows that they're happy with him being the one in this position of power. Because assumedly, not assumedly, he kind of is not doing anything to change the system in any way. When he's the one in a position of power, he's the one who can lead people, right? Like, that's the whole conversation that he had with Vi, right? Was, when you're the person in position of leading people, you don't want to get people hurt, But at the same time, where does that lead him? That's led him to being this kind of person who, frankly, is kind of just getting pushed around by these people who are, who knows how powerful they are up there, but kind of, emblematic of the higher society in general, right? Of course, he's not getting completely pushed around because he does refuse to give up the people he cares about. But the fact that they're having this conversation, the fact that they know Vander is, to me, implies that there has been further discussions like this before. Probably not about the same kind of thing, about giving someone up, right? Because Vander says that he wouldn't give anyone up, you know what I mean? But if they know who he is and they don't want to kill him, that alone kind of shows, I feel like, speaks to their relationship and maybe the efficiency of Vander's approach, right? And the way that it does, in a way, like, help hold up the system, right? I hope you get what I mean. I don't want to be mean to Vander. I'm not saying I hate Vander. Like, he's a cool guy, a sympathetic character. I understand him, but you know. And they've crossed the line, right? It shows that there really is a line. There's a line where there's an acceptable amount of, like, stuff like this that people are going to do who are of the lower societal positions, that they were going to just accept and deal with it. You know what I mean? But there's a line that they're going to cross where they got to make an example of someone, you know? Because without that, right, it can't just be total, like, totalitarianism where they don't let the underlings do anything ever, you know? Because I think that would not, assumedly, that wouldn't be very conducive to, like, a healthy society, right? Not that I'm saying the society's healthy, but, like, for the interests of the people who, like, benefit from the society as it is now, I think they need, like, some kind of underclass that functions like the one that they have, you know what I mean? Because it can't be complete totalitarianism. That's just very, like, economically inefficient, I guess, right? It like rips people from, like, hope, right? Like, that's kind of how, like, capitalism in general works, is you need there to be, like, a vague sense of hope for people to have that's like, oh, one day I can be Elon Musk if I try as well, you know? But there's a line that they can cross. And I guess in that sense, it's almost like the hope would be, like, the idea of ever overturning the system, right? That people like Milo, people like Vi, who want to fight against the system in some vague sense, right? They'll let that exist because that does kind of help with the whole hope idea, you know? But there's a line that it'll cross, right? And then eventually they're just stamped down on it, right? It just shows clearly that they're, you know, yeah, they let these things happen, essentially. And Powder's making her a cool little thingy. Whiskers. God, I feel so bad for her. She feels so, like, she just feels so much responsibility to act in a way that she shouldn't feel responsible, you know? Like, and of course, again, and I completely understand the contradiction between this and my stance on, like, Vander's position, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. How about everyone other than Powder has to partake in the revolution? How's that sound? I don't know. I'm sure my position on it will change past the first episode, right? Like, I'm sure it will evolve as time goes on, right? Hmm. We see how everyone's messed up, I suppose. Including her. This her toy being thrown up into these wires is interesting, right? It's almost like you can imagine it as, like, a symbol of her hope, or, like, her childish innocence in a way. You know what I mean? Like, we already talked about that, about how it's like her behavior now is so clearly a product of the, like, life that she's led, you know? And it's like her favorite toy being thrown up here, it's like her loss of that, like, childlike innocence in a way at the same time, you know? Very sad. Very sad. And she has the crazy bomb things, which I'm really worried about us having. I, like, because it seems like if you drop them, they explode. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all of that. I don't know about all that. Don't know if this is a good idea, but that's fine. We got this giant sweeping shot of the city. It looks crazy. It looks awesome. I think we're almost at the end, aren't we? Yeah, and then we just have this scene at the end. Feel bad for this cat. He looked cool. He's a nice cat. And I don't know, are we, like, underwater right now? Like, I don't know. I don't know what's... He has his own boss, this guy. Now his accomplice is asking questions about you. His accomplice is asking questions about you. Who is his, and who is the accomplice? Unless he's talking about Vander. No, I just don't think that makes sense. I guess I just don't know who he's talking about exactly. Who is his accomplice? I just don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Let me read these lines one more time. Make sure I don't understand it. Let me confirm that I don't get it. Yeah, all he says is you were supposed to follow them and not interfere. He apologizes, and then he just says his accomplice is now asking questions about you. Like, I guess there is literally no frame of reference to understand who he or the accomplice is. So, whatever, I guess. Like, maybe, I guess you could say that Vander... I mean, I don't know, who do you say Vander's accomplice is, right? Not the enforcer lady. She's not his accomplice, right? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just not supposed to know. But yeah, this guy's kind of ominous. I don't know. He's injecting his eye with something, and he looks kind of, yeah. Couldn't tell you. But he certainly seems to be in an oppositional, like, stance from Vander, right? And I guess the implication of this to me is that they're gonna use him as the injection for this weird purple shit. But I don't know. Oh, poor cat. Like, come on. You really gotta throw it in there? I don't know. What are they making this weird purple stuff for? Is it a tool of war that they're gonna use for some nefarious purpose? I couldn't tell you. Don't know. And that's the end of the episode. Well, this was really good. I really enjoyed it. If it's not obvious by this being like 2 hours long or something. Yeah, that was really good. I'm now really looking forward to the next episode. So, yeah. Subscribe, please, if you enjoy my videos. Please, please. No one uses their sub box anymore anyway, right? Like, surely, right? Just hit subscribe. It doesn't matter. Like, come on. Just do it. I want to see that number increase. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And I will see you in the next one.